Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is JD, and today we're taking a look at another Bedrock seed. This time we're going to be using a YouTuber who was actually the first Minecraft YouTuber I ever watched, and that is KurtJMac. And well, he does Farlands or Bust, and he's been doing that for years now. I think he's almost at 800 episodes. But we're not going to be going to the Farlands because they don't exist anymore. But in this seed, well, this one is amazing. This seed is for you if you love mega taiga, dark oak, swamps, witches, and ocean. And it has 2 strongholds that are less than 400 blocks apart. I've never seen that before. So first thing you notice when you spawn into this is you're in a mega taiga already. Wow, a mega taiga spawn. Let's take a look at what's around here. Off in the distance, you can see tundra. Looks like there's a village there. More mega taiga. Very tiny desert. That's kind of unusual. Savannah with a savannah village. More desert and dark oak. So one thing you'll notice is in one direction, in the west, I believe this is west, that is dominated. No, that's west. It's dominated by water. There is a lot of water. East, though, is fairly dry and wet. There's a lot of swamp. Yeah, so what we're going to quickly do, let's take a look at what's around here. First of all, there are quite a few things. So I think we're going to take a look over here just because we can see it, and this is probably the most logical way to go. So you just walk on over here, and what we see is a savannah village. And unfortunately, this savannah village doesn't have any villagers at all. It's abandoned. So that's kind of unfortunate. But right by it is a ruined portal. And that is quite nice to see too. Near the village, if you go off in the north, you can find an interesting little ravine here. And I mean little, it's really skinny. You have just this little portion and this little portion. And boy, is it ever skinny. Yeah. If we go in the opposite direction and go across to the tundra, this way has probably a more promising village. So we have a tundra, or a snowy village in the tundra. And this one does have villagers. Except when I was visiting here before, they were hiding inside their houses. Maybe it's too cold. I don't know. But we have this ravine right here. And this one is pretty deep. And you got diamonds right here, which is really nice to see. And you can see gold. Lots of ores down here. Now, if we go off to the north a bit, this is spawn right over here. We can find a shipwreck right over here, going towards this little tiny desert. This is a fairly small, well, maybe small, bay area here that connects out to the larger ocean over there. And we're going to head over that way next. And now with spawn there and our snowy village there, if you come over here, we have, first of all, a shipwreck. And if you keep going in this direction along a straight line, there are a couple other things that you will find. So let's keep an eye out for them. Here's the first one. It is a ruined portal. So right underneath, and if we keep going this way, here is a shipwreck. And so that was spawn, which is a pretty nice area. But let's take a look at my top 5 highlights for this seed. The first one is probably one of the most incredible things, but there are actually 3 things that I think are top 3, plus a couple others, which are very, very nice. So let's take a look at the first one here. So we've got a zombie village, which, you know, you don't really want a zombie village unless you're looking for zombie villagers. But right down here, we have a stronghold. All right. Now, this one, you're going to have to wander around a bit to look for the portal, probably, because I did, and I haven't found it yet. But let's go back up, and right here, if I can get in the right spot. There we go. This isn't the only village. You can see over there, just fly over here, it's another savanna village. This one is a more normal village. It has villagers alive. This is in a fairly nice area. We've got spruce, we've got plains, savanna, all over. Now, this, I love this one. He's not supposed to be here. This is very easy. There's really only one way to go in here. And here it is. And it's got 3 already in there. So that is nice. I just couldn't believe this. This is the smallest stronghold I have ever seen. I mean, where else is there in this stronghold? I have no idea. Have you ever seen such a small stronghold before? Coming in at number 2, also in the southeast, over there is the zombie village we were at. Right here, we have this incredible village. It is a desert village with a temple right in the middle. Wow. This is the first time I've seen one of these in one of my seed explorations. That is incredible. It's a pretty good sized village as well. Very nice with a wide variety of buildings. There is another village over there, but we'll cover that later on when we're covering the southeast. Coming in at number 3 is this amazing area. Spawn is way off in that direction. But here we have a massive swamp. This is huge. And it has a witch hut right there. But that's not all. I have to show you these mountains. This is a great place to just build a base. I love this. This terrain is great. There's these little overhangs that go in through here, and so many hidden spots you can just build into. I really love how this looks. Also, this swamp, like I said, it's extensive. It's huge. We've got mega taiga right next to it. But if you keep going way, way off in this direction, there it is. You can see right over here, there is a ruined portal. You can see a ruined portal off in that direction as well. There's one way over there. And a village right on the edge of the swamp. I love this area. Also in the northeast, I believe that was our temple village. But if we come over here, find another temple. But this one is right on the edge of a forest. That's very interesting. Is it really a desert temple now? Or is it a forest temple? And this was number 4, of course. And our 5th highlight, purely for the landscape, we have this amazing rocky cove. Just imagine coming in here and hiding a ship in here. This could be great for like a pirate's cove or something. We've got these little hidden areas here and great place to build up here. Not only that, we've got dark oak forest, which will provide some great wood sources, and some things like caves. Yeah, if you like that. So yeah, I think this is a great place to build up in. Amazing stuff. So now we're going to do our full tour, starting with the northwest. Now over there is the village that we saw in the spawn segment of this video. But not too far to the north, we have this snowy taiga village. It doesn't look to be very large, but it is filled with villagers, so it is fairly lively. Oh, and look at that, white foxes. Just across the water from the village is this really wide ravine. This is something that could be interesting to build in. It does seem to go fairly deep as well, but it's got some nice caves. It doesn't go all the way down to diamond level. But it does look like an interesting one to build in. And in the other direction, the village we were at before is over here. But here is another snowy village. This one has a ridiculous number of little igloos for houses. I don't think I've seen so many in one village. Now, off to the northeast, which is characterized by tons of swamps, so many, we're going to take a look at this first. We have a really wide split ravine, which is really interesting. It's split by this tree or something, I'm not sure. But if we go down, you'll notice we have a mine shaft. And it's actually a split ravine that goes in through here and more mine shaft. Very, very promising for finding a lot of different materials, maybe diamonds. And not too far from that ravine, we find this ruined portal, which is one of many. Not too far from that village, which was with the desert temple in the middle, we do have this portal. But over here, if we head over to this mountain, we have a couple of things nearby. First of all, we're going to take a look at, right on this side, we have a ravine that goes right into the mountain. This is a fairly wide one. And of course, it's pretty deep if you're going in from there. But head off in this direction and you've got an even better ravine. This one, look at the curve in this one. This is nuts. So let's take a look down here. And the best thing is over in this direction. So let's see if we can find it. Should be right over here. Yeah, it's right here. We have a zombie spawner. And finally, in the northeast, we've got a flower forest. Of course, this is something you want to see, especially with all these deserts and swamps around. Beautiful place. Now, on to the southwest, which is characterized by a lot of snow and water. We've got a lot of watery things to see, but first, let's start on land. So we've got this. This is the first time I've ever seen a snow-covered ruined portal. Very interesting. But this right here is also interesting. Looks like here's a ravine, very narrow, connecting to another ravine. I think this is possibly more than one ravine just linked all in a row. 'Cause they seem to be separated, like through there and over here. It may just be one really long, narrow ravine, but it's kind of three. And then on the warmer side of the water, we've got another ravine. This one's not so interesting, but hey, you can probably find stuff down there. And then we've got the shipwrecks. Like this one, looks like a full shipwreck, which is quite nice. And this shipwreck in the corals, which is kind of hard to see. But if we keep going this way, straight this way, we will see yet another shipwreck. Just keep your eyes out for these ones. This one looks like it's a full shipwreck on its side. And one more shipwreck on its side. Now let's head off to the amazing, wonderful southeast, which of course has some of our biggest attractions, which we've already looked at. That is our temple village right there. We've got this ravine, pretty narrow, but it does have fairly extensive cave system inside, which is really nice, as long as you can get down here. But you've got lots of caves to explore, and they are everywhere. Just don't get caught in the lava, because there's a lot. But, of course, nearby, you've already seen it. We have this Savannah Village. This is a fairly decent one. It's actually quite nice. I like this. It's rather large and pretty close to that village. So you've got some nice access to 2 villages here. Next up, very close to 3 places that we've already looked at. We've got the Desert Temple Village there. We have the one of the Stronghold villages there, and the Savannah Village near Spawn over there. So we've got this fairly skinny ravine. Then if we go towards our Temple Village, we have this wider ravine, which looks a bit nicer, but not really notable. But if we head this way, this one's a little bit more hidden. And it is this ravine. This one is really wide. And if you go down in here, this one is filled with massive caves. Just incredible. Look at that. Right down into here. Gotta love this cave system. Or this ravine. Just wow. This looks like... This almost looks like it could be another ravine right here, but it's, I think, an extension of this. Not too far away, again, there's our Stronghold village. We have this rather shallow split ravine right here. And if we just go a little ways over into the water here in this bay, we have another ruined portal. And finally, with our Stronghold villages over there, we have this swamp, another one with, oh, look at that. It's a second witch hut. Wow, that is really lucky. And not too far from those villages. So we have some missing structures, right? We actually didn't see a single outpost or ocean monument. Now that's really unusual that we don't see an outpost. But we're going to take a look at 3 things that we didn't manage to see. 2 of them are relatively close by, the other one not. So let's take a look at the closest outpost. So the nearest Pillager Outpost is in the middle of a river in the swampy southeast. That's a lot of pillagers trying to swim there. There is a village nearby right over there. And yeah, some mountains around here. Looks like there might be a ravine. No, that's not a ravine, that's just a cave. But yeah, looks like just that one village. Fairly wide ravine over here. And swamp. Also ocean. Lots of dark oak too. Might be an interesting area to settle. As for the ocean monument, you can see the tundra over there. So it's not so far from where we were before. So this will be even farther to the southwest of where we have seen all those tundra villages. But we've got this ocean monument. Looks like we've got a nice island here, which you can use as a staging area. It doesn't look like very difficult terrain underwater here. So this should be a fairly straightforward ocean monument to take care of. If you're looking for the Woodland Mansion, which actually has a fairly good sized 2nd floor, looks like 3rd floor I should say. Yeah, you will want to find it way over here. This is, looks like a peninsula, possibly even a larger island surrounded by water. But look at the coordinates. It's really far away. You have to go 35 and 37,000 blocks in the north and west directions. Good luck. We're back at spawn now, so let's take a look at what we have in the Nether. And we come out to, wow, Basalt Delta. And, oh wow, this looks like a fairly large basalt delta. So if we keep going off in one direction, we'll see what we find. Now, I have gone through here before, and what we do find is a lot of dead-end spots. So if we go off this way, let's go this way. Take a look at what we find in here. So again, basalt delta. Basalt delta. Oh, there's looks like warped forest over here. And let's see what's down here. More warped forest. I'm not going to go too far away, but we do find a lot of warped forest. This looks like a crimson forest right here, which is nice. So we've got those, but this is getting a bit far away from the portal, isn't it? I don't think we want to go that far away just wandering around. So we're back here. And this keeps going. Now, are we going to find a bastion? Now, I'll let you know that I have looked around and I did find that there is a fortress. And there is, in fact, not just one bastion, but 3 bastions within about 200 to 300 blocks. So let's see if I can find it, and I will hopefully find it very soon. We actually just missed it. Here is one of them. So we've got this kind here. It looks like we've got one tower here, and this part looks like a fairly ruined area. Here's another one. So if we just go over here, let's see. This one looks like it's one of these towers as well, and this too. So it's fairly similar to the other one. But that's not all. So not too far from this bastion. If we go this direction, we are going to find, if I can get there, this is like a maze. But then that's what the Nether's like. So there it is. We have a fortress. And this fortress seems to go into the Netherrack quite a bit. So it might be a little confusing. But gee, it even goes way down here. As we're looking for our third bastion, we come across this Soul Sand Valley. Now we are a little ways away, about 500 blocks going off in this direction. Of course, there's probably things in the way, but I'll get there eventually. So this Nether is not easy to get around in. This is probably one of the more difficult Nethers I have encountered. It's complicated. It's like a maze, gee. So maybe not the best Nether, but there it is. We found it. So this bastion here, look at this. This one is absolutely massive. And right in the middle, we got these lava pools. This thing is just huge cube. It's got to be a maze inside. Incredible. And there we go. So it's a bit of a complicated Nether to get around in. But this world is incredible. The west is, of course, covered with water and lots of snow as well. But the east has some amazing things. Just having 2 strongholds so close together, a desert temple village, the huge swamps, and 2 witch huts. That's just amazing. So where would you like to build? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like the video, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in seeing some more of these YouTuber-based seed videos, then please consider subscribing. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.